up, everyone? It's Larry with Unique Medical, and I'm here with one of my clients, Debbie. And Debbie has a very good, impactful story and journey that I really wanted her to share. So I'm excited to talk to her. So Debbie, tell me a little bit about why you came to me.
Well, in January, I turned 66 years old, and I was kind of like near the end of my rope. I was not sleeping well at night, and I just happened to see your advertisement on Facebook.
Okay.
And I went in and was intrigued by it, so I went in and watched some of the videos like we're doing today. And I thought, sounds too good to be true, but, what do I got to lose? Because, I've tried everything, So I, because of the COVID thing that came up and everything, I was like kind of slow getting in, and finally got in and came in for the interview and talked, and I was pretty excited about it. And then at the end of June, I got my first inserts, and my life has changed so much since then. It really has changed. I've gone through a lot of trauma and tragedy over the last few years. I went postmenopausal in 2003, so it's been 16 years. And like I was telling you before, is you don't realize what you've lost until you get it back.
Absolutely.
And it's a physical, it's an emotional, and it's a mental change back. And people have told me time and time again, you're not the same person that you used to be. Well, of course not. I'm older, I'm different, and life has made me maybe a little cynical and stuff like that, so I'm not the sweet person maybe that I was before. But that's changed. And everyone my family, everyone has said, wow, what's different? Because I haven't really told everyone about it.
Sure.
And kind of waiting to see, what's going on. But 20 years ago, I was in a real bad motorcycle accident, and I had my leg severed, and they put it all back together, and it's traumatic, and I went through a lot of bad things. I lost a grandchild. I lost my dad, and then 4 years ago, I lost my daughter, and then a year later, I lost my mom. So I was in grief, a lot of grief, on top of not having any ammunition, to fight back. So I went down quite a bit, and I gained weight. I just felt, old, and I didn't have any future, I wasn't looking forward to the future at all. I'm thinking, if this is what the future has for me, then I'm not quite, sure I'm gonna live it. I mean, I wasn't gonna do anything about it, but
sure.
I just was sad.
Sure.
And it's, so I just talked to my husband about it, and he goes, do what you want to do if you think it, is worth it. So I did, and it's probably one of the best decisions I ever made in my life to this point.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I first met you, you were in a really dark spot. And it was kind of sad, and there's excitement with what I do and a little bit of fear of the unknown, and my goal is always to try to get as much bang as I can, just really change somebody's life. And I definitely saw this in you because we were just talking not too long ago, second round here of insertions, and she gave me goosebumps because she was telling me her story, and it reminds us as to why we do this, right? It's to change somebody's life. That's the ultimate goal with this, is to have somebody where you were to where you are now. So that's why my whole team, we pride ourselves in that very thing. So.
Well, that's another thing altogether. I mean, everyone here is just so wonderful, and I feel like my sisters, and you're my brother, older. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. That's all right. I'll take it.
I'm joking. But it's like so you go in, you're not sure what's going to happen, and I just want everyone to know, it's like, this is me. This is my story. This is what it's done for me. But I will tell anyone, if you're thinking, if you feel the same way I do, and you're willing to, take a chance, take that chance, because you won't be sorry. And it's really changed my life. I mean, I'm looking, I tell everyone, you know, instead of seeing a train coming at me in the tunnel, I see the light now. I see the light, I want to go, I want to do, I want to get better, you know, I just want to keep going. And, you know, besides the mental and the emotional part, I think so differently now than I was before. I can't even believe it sometimes what I'm thinking, you know. I even look at younger men, which I never did before.
Watch out.
My husband's like, hey, he says, keep it at home. I don't know what's going to stay at home. But he's just, you know, like, you know, just really happy, you know, too, you know, so.
Yeah.
And he says it's really changed your life. And because of that, it's changed his too.
Fantastic. All right, well, I appreciate you sharing that. It's a very powerful story. It's a very impactful story. And I definitely appreciate you sharing that with everybody.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the future, so I want to talk again maybe in 3 more months to tell you how
There we
I'm
go.
doing.
We appreciate that.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Thank you for watching this. I hope you enjoyed. That's a very touching, impactful story. The goal is always to change lives, so maybe we can help change yours.